The house stood alone, atop Hallow Hill, dark and imposing. Locals whispered tales, a place of tragedy, of madness, of death. No one dared approach, except him. He was a writer, drawn to the macabre, seeking inspiration. He saw not fear, but a story whispered on the wind, a story he had to tell. The old iron gates creaked. A warning? He stepped onto the overgrown path. Each step closer, the air grew colder, heavier. He reached the porch. The wood, rotten. He entered. Dust swirled in the air, the stench of decay. He coughed, covered his mouth. He stepped inside. The house sighed, a low groan. He shivered, but pressed on. He wandered through darkened rooms, each one empty, yet he felt a presence, watching, following. A cold draft brushed his neck. He turned quickly. Nothing. He continued exploring. The floorboards creaked. The house groaned. He found a study, a desk covered in papers. He blew off the dust. A name. Elias Blackwood. Elias Blackwood, the last owner. He researched. Local library. Blackwood, a recluse, an artist, obsessed with the supernatural, driven to madness. He disappeared. No trace. The writer felt a chill. He returned to the house, drew a floor plan. He noticed a room missing, unmarked, hidden. He had to find it. He had to know. He searched the house, tapping walls, looking for hollows. Finally, he found it, behind a bookcase, a hidden door. He squeezed through, into darkness. He descended, the air thick, heavy. He felt a presence, stronger now. He reached the bottom, a basement, cold, damp. He lit a lantern and gasped. Strange symbols, drawn on the floor, glowing faintly. He recognized them from Blackwood's journals, symbols of summoning, of ancient power. He heard a whisper behind him. He spun around. Nothing, just his reflection in an old, dusty mirror. But the reflection, it wasn't him. It was Blackwood, smiling, eyes glowing, reaching out. Section 7. A desperate escape. He stumbled back, tripped, fell. The lantern rolled. Darkness. He scrambled to his feet, ran, blindly. Panic surged. He had to escape. He had to get out. He found the stairs, climbed, desperately. He burst through the hidden door, slammed it shut. He leaned against it, heart pounding. He was safe, for now. Section 8. Haunted memories. He fled the house, never looked back. He tried to forget. The house, the symbols, the reflection. But the memories lingered, haunted him. He couldn't escape. He wrote about it. His experience. Blackwood, the house, the symbols. He wrote to understand, to exorcise the demons. But the more he wrote, the more real it became. Section 9. The return to Hallow Hill. He had to go back. He knew it. The house called to him. He resisted, but the pull was too strong. He returned to Hallow Hill. The house loomed, waiting. He entered. The air was different, charged, electric. He went to the basement, the symbols, brighter now, pulsating. He heard his name, whispered, beckoning. Section 10. An unsettling truth. He stepped into the center of the circle. A cold feeling washed over him. He looked at the mirror, his reflection. Gone. Replaced by Blackwood. But this time, he understood. Blackwood wasn't trapped in the house. He was the house. And now, he was a part of it too. The writer smiled. A cold, empty smile. He was home.